Oh, greetings, kids. Spooky the Kid here. I just got back from Batleth practice. Let me just hang out my Batleth. Well, I was about to head down to the basement. Just give me 1 second. Wait, you hear that? Oh my god, kids, it's a spooky phone. I better get it. Greetings, Spooky the Kid here. What's that? You want me to do a commission for you? Okay, that sounds great. I'll be right down in the basement. What's that? The phone isn't real. Well, you know what else isn't real? Your parents. Boom! What's that, kids? This joke isn't funny anymore. Well, I'll tell you when the joke is funny anymore. It's always funny, kids.
Oh man, Trey, look up at the sky. It's a full moon on the Sabbath.
This is scary.
Break it down.
I was working late on my Haftorah when I heard a knock on my bedroom door. I opened it up, and to my surprise, there was a werewolf standing there with glowing gold eyes. He says, "Tomorrow, my son, you will be a man."
Greetings, kids. It's me, Spooky the Kid here. I'm down in my haunted basement of arts and crafts and murder. But, mostly murder. Today, I'm doing a commission for one of my friends, and I'm going to check my email to see what he wants me to do. Ready? Okay, let's see what it says here. Dear Spooky the Kid, how do you type with boxing gloves on your hands? I don't think this is for me. Next one. Okay. Apparently he wants me to do some orc flags for him. Okay. Before I had an orc army, and he actually got it somehow. So I'm going to make him some cool orc flags for some new orc guy that does orc stuff with orc things. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's it. Alright kids, let's go to the bits box. Hey kids, this is one of my bits boxes. As you can see, there's lots of weird stuff in here. A lot of like half-started projects. I'm going to look for orc flags and maybe some goblins to be with the flags. I'm not going to bore you while I search through this bits box, but if I see anything good to make a joke about, I will let you know. If not, I'll see you all on the other side, kids. Alright, talk to you later. God, kids! Look at this! It's the Googly Eyes Dreadnought! The most furious of Furioso Dreadnoughts. It has googly eyes, because you know all your Dreadnoughts fucking should, bitch. I also have a Googly Eyes Dreadnought on my World Championship belt, too, so... Alright, I'll keep looking for flags. Look here, kids. It's the Naked Assassin. He has a G-string and a gun. He doesn't give a fuck, kids. I'm gonna keep looking for flags, just keeping you updated on all this dumb stuff. Welcome back to the table, kids. While I was gathering up some bits, I actually had a good idea. I'm going to use these white plastic art pieces, now red from being on an orc tank I built. A battle fortress. I'm going to use these white plastic art pieces, and I'm going to attach them to some Battletech stuff, like the models. I'm going to make the flags like mechanical mech flags. It'll be cool. So I'm going to start looking for a couple more pieces, and then I'm going to start cutting things up. I'll let you know when I get everything. Hey kids. I'm going to start gluing my pieces together. I'm going to make 3 mechanical flags. Here's what I got started for the first one. See? I used a MechWarrior Battletech arm guy, or steam gun? Potato gun? It shoots potatoes. It's a gun that shoots potatoes, kids. This one's going to be up on the base like that. And then I think this one is going to be attached her. Okay. I'll power through putting them together, and then I'll let you know how they look after that. We can have a closer look at them and everything. If you want to know where I got the things, I'll talk about that too. And then I'm going to undercoat them and get them ready for paint. Later! Okay, so I finished assembling my banners here, my mech banners. Here's the first one. The bits I used are a square of or a shape of a plastic card, a little two of the Lehman and Russ tank drive wheels. See them there? And I also used a a potato shooting arm from a Battletech construction robot from the Dark Age Minis line. And then I used a little bit of a I used a little bit of a sewing plastic part that's inside the sewing thing. You know. Anyway. Okay, so that's the first one. Jump cut 2. Okay. This one's a little bit taller, obviously. This one I used a big cut of plastic card again for the front. I cut some more plastic card details and put them on there, like the squares and the peg there. That's all different kinds of plastic card there. For the bottom, I used some kind of plastic snapping thing. I don't know what it was from. It was just like a random thing. I also used a couple pieces from the Orc Battle Wagon sprue to attach it to the bottom. And then I also used it for the cranny thing. Pretty cool, I think. And I also used another part of that Battletech MechWarrior Dark Age construction bot for this one too. That's the blue bit. Okay, for the last one, I use a big cut of plastic card for the front, like I said before. I also used a Dreadnought Foot. I also used a bit of an old Orc shooter. I think it's from one of the old bike sprues, like the rest of the pieces are. Well, the rest of the Orc pieces, I mean. Obviously, I used a part of a MechWarrior Dark Age Constructicon bit there. It's the top. It's the head of one of the Constructicons, and I also used a bit from the weapon sprue for the old plastic bikes. See it there? And I also used the front prowling thing of one of the Orc bikes for the back there. Alright, now I'm going to undercoat them. So, here's what I got blocked out so far. I have my 3 flags here. Each one's going to have a WASPirational slogan on it. You know, Orc propaganda. This one I blocked out to say Mo, Daka, Mo, Wa. Makes sense. You can see where the letters are going to be. I kind of spaced them out accordingly. This is after I base coat everything, I like to block out where my colors are going to be and kind of work up everything together. This one is just going to be a kind of like Uncle Sam with orcs. So it's going to be Dawa needs you, and then there's going to be an orc Uncle Sam under there. So yeah, I blocked out the letters and everything first, so you know I wouldn't run out of room and stuff like that. And nice work, me. The final pole is going to be kind of like a generic sort of orc banner pole thing. It's going to have kind of like the old second edition orc poles where there was like crazy stylized images in the small spaces and all that over there. So yeah, I'm going to do that with this one. So yeah, there are the 3 poles. That's where I'm at right now. During the next stage, I'm going to keep working up the values until I get to a good spot to show you guys again. And then I will be working on highlights for them and all that stuff. So that'll be the next part. Here we go. So here's after I got the blocking done for the colors. I'm going to start doing some highlights and everything and working on touching up everything after that. And then I'll do final highlights, and then I'm going to start doing battle damage. If I can, I'll show you a little bit more, like step by step, how I do the battle damage stuff. Here's the other pole. It's looking pretty cool. And then the third pole. So, yep. Gonna start, like I said, touching up the stuff and then doing the highlights and everything. Okay, good. So here's where I'm at right now. This is the one banner, the one with all the, you know, kind of generic orc tags. I did some Meedly Mew flames on there. And I also added that guy there. Now, I finished doing all of I blocked out all of the colors on this one. I still have to do highlights and then go back through and work on the touch-ups. And then we'll come back for battle damage on everything. Well, I'll wash everything first with mud, and then I'll battle damage everything. The key when I'm doing, especially kind of small stuff like this, I like to have dark colors to separate the stuff. So like you can see on this one, I have the black under the hand to, you know, because it's using as kind of like a shade there, but it's on the line. So on top, I'm going to do the highlight for that. And so I'm basically going to do that for everything, including just like the generic tags on and everything. Oh, here's the other ones. Yeah. Do I need to, like I said before, I still need to do highlighting and everything for this one. But I'm going to need to do some like line work there. We'll see how it is. I'll show you obviously as I'm doing it and everything. Just like with the rest of the video, I will show you things. I will show you the things. All the things. Okay. But I also need to finish painting the backs too. I'm basically just going to do them kind of like generic metal and stuff like that. But I will do some battle damage for them too. I like to do battle damage in a very kind of like specific way. And basically with orc stuff, you can just battle damage the shit out of it. But we'll talk about that more later on after everything is done. Because that's the last step. Alright. Howdy again, kids. Now, here's where things are right now. I finished the stuff. Now, you may notice that, especially on the back, things are looking a little rough. But these are orc things, so it's okay to be off the mark a little bit as far as painting the lines go, as long as it's integrated in the same ways. So, yeah. Everything's still a little bit wet, so it's kind of hard to pick up. But here's what's going to happen. basically my guide to battle damage probably needs to be in a separate video, but I'll give you the quick and dirty version of it right now. Okay, you finish painting the model, you get to a point where you're either you either have everything done completely, or you kind of wait until you get to everything but the final highlights. So that's what I like to do. Wait before that. Then apply either black sponging, which I kind of did both, or liberally use the metallic paint that you have. Use a big brush and just glob it on there. Yeah, like I did. So, when you're doing it like this, after everything's done, then after everything dries, you can use a weathering wash, and that will integrate everything into the same kind of like dirty thing. What I like to use Devlin Mud, but that's not a thing anymore, so I just use whatever it is now. So basically, it's gonna kind of tone down all the colors, and it's gonna kind of shade everything too. But if you're painting a normal model, everything should be shaded and ready to go regardless. I mean, before you put on the battle damage. So I'm going to glob on the front of this one because that's supposed to be silver there. And then after everything's dry, I'm going to wash it and I'll show you that stuff. And then once it's washed, we'll do some extreme battle damage highlighting and they should be done. Good times. Okay, so the Devlin Mud Wash is mostly dry. You can see how that kind of like brought all the values to like the same kind of value. You know, words. You know, it tied everything together is what I'm saying. It toned down all of the primary colors there with all the checks and everything. And it also made the metal and everything look a lot more weather beaten and less jarring, if you will. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the big blue brush there, and some other rougher brushes, and I'm going to use bits of the metal, and use some of the highlights a little bit watered down. I'm going to dry brush them, basically, but I'm going to dab it on into the places where those things are, and off, to add on some extra battle damage look to it. It'll really integrate everything in really well, and it'll look really nice. I'll get to you after that. Yo. Okay, so here's one of the finished banners. I'm going to finish the bases and everything after the video's over, basically, when I give it to the guy. There's the back. Crazy battle damage as. The back of that one kind of turned out a little bit better than the front, but, you know, those things happen. And here's the glyphs one. The back of that one really turned out really nice without that battle damage. It looks really worn and stuff. Okay, kids. So, before I give them to the guy, I'm going to finish the bases and everything, but I'm going to do that on my own time. So, next month, there's going to be more Let's Plays, and then there's going to be a video next month. That's basically what I'm going to do now. But thanks for joining me in the Haunted Basement. As always, I'm Spooky the Kid, and thank you for watching my Haunted Mystery Dungeon of Death and Destruction and...
Oh man, Trey, look up at the sky.
Have a good day, guys.
It's a full moon on the Sabbath.
This is scary.
Break it down.
I was working late on my Haftorah when I heard a knock on my bedroom door. I opened it up, and to my surprise, there was a werewolf standing there with glowing gold eyes. He says, "Tomorrow, my son, you will be a man."
Oh, greetings, kids. I'm just getting back from Batleth practice. Let me just hang up my Batleth over here. Nope. God damn it. Oh my god, kids! It's a spooky phone! Hello? Yep, this is Spooky the Kid here. What's that? You want me to do a commission for you? Okay, sounds awesome. I'll see you in the spooky basement. What's that? This isn't a real phone. Well, guess what? Your parents aren't real either. Fuck! What's this? The phone isn't real. Oh, okay.